Welcome back to Outdoors Radio. I'm Dan Small. The Wisconsin Wildlife Federation is a group of grassroots conservation organizations and individuals dedicated to the future of fish, wildlife, clean water, and healthy habitat for fish and wildlife. Their website is wiwf.org. And over the next several months, we'll be talking about a new initiative with people from all over Wisconsin, and we're focusing on their experience with recent severe weather events last year and maybe the last few years. And joining us now to do that and to kick off our Sheboygan area Lake Michigan fishing reports is Captn Dan Welch. He's the proprietor of Dumper Dan Sport Fishing Charters. His website is dumperdan.com, and his Facebook page is Dumper Dan Sport Fishing Charters. Well, Dan, welcome back, and thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thanks for having me back on board. It's great to be back here as our spring season approaches.
Yeah, and we will talk about what this year looks like, but let's take a look back at last year. And you told me before we started recording that you've always had wind events, and I've been out with you, and some days it's blowing, and you gotta come in. But last year was unusual in that regard, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, I'm approaching nearly 40 years of doing this in the charter fishing industry, and I got to deal with weather every day, obviously, but it seemed like last year we had longer stretches of windy weather, and I don't know if it's a climate change. I don't know if it's just bad luck or the year of the winds, of the easterly winds, but that being said, I mean, a lot of times, like when you fish with me, and we don't get out on a afternoon, then we go the next morning or next afternoon and we get out. But we had stretches of 3-4 days last year that wiped us out, and we couldn't get on the water for multiple days in a row. So it was different than what I've ever seen in 40 years of doing this, that we had that kind of windy weather, at one time in stretches like that. So I'm hoping that's behind us, and we have a good summer this year with weather.
Yeah, I hope so too. And obviously that shuts you down for a couple of days, but that's got to cost you money and your clients hassles for trying to reschedule. And do you ever make it all up if you lose 3-4 days in a row like that?
Well, we do. I mean, it's some people book 2-3 days in a row with their packages with the condo lodging and fishing, and if they're coming from out of state, they do that, and hopefully we can get them out 1 of 3 days or 2 of 3 days or 1 of 2 days, and get them on the water. But that's what's unique with my riverfront store too, is we all meet there. We look at the weather. We look at the weather screen, the radars, the wind, the videos of the lake, which are live on the lakefront here in Sheboygan, and we discuss what we're going to do. And I always give them the option to reschedule or stay another day if we have it open, and that's how we kind of proceed. But with rebooking, and it works out good for everybody, but, I don't like to jump the gun either. People will call and say, should I come next week for 2 days? Well, yeah, because you don't know, you could get out both days, 1 day, no days, but you just don't know what the weather and the angles of the wind and the wave heights, of what it's going to be. So it's best to come, enjoy your vacation. You're still out and about on the riverfront boardwalk, staying in our condos, and hopefully we get your whole fishing package complete, and get it in and catch you some fish like we're supposed to do. But I have to play weather every day, and it's hard, and I deal with my customers, and we try and rebook them, the best we can, and they're, for the most part, everybody obviously understands weather and what we deal with every day. But we had a great summer too, Dan, don't get me wrong. I mean, we had a lot of great weather last year, but when it came, it just seemed to come in bunches, periodically throughout the summer, and hopefully it'll be a little better this year and a little more consistent on nicer, calmer weather.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. So what does this season look like? It's starting early, isn't it?
It is. It's my phone is ringing every day now, 7 days a week, and that's normal for us. And middle to late winter, early spring, everybody's getting their reservations in. So it's looking good. People want to be outdoors. They want to go fishing. They want to get out of town. So we're going to have a great summer. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And hopefully, like I said, the weather, cooperates. Yeah. And I'm sure it will for the most part. And we'll get out there and catch some fish and yeah, I think it'll be a great fishing season, Dan.
Now you are getting your docks are in, are they already?
Yeah, they're in already. They put them in March, so
Hmm.
they're in early. It's still cold out, obviously.
Yeah.
We had a cold front come through here. It's like 25 degrees, but our boats are ready. Our fleet's ready. They're buffed out, waxed up. They look great. I mean, they got a showroom shine on them. We got everything, all our ducks in a row here, so we're ready to go. Engines are tuned up, and we're just waiting here in April for a little bit warmer weather, and we'll put the 6 boats in and get rolling with some trips here later part of April.
Got it. Okay. And your store, I understand, is stocked with new items. You didn't have a supply chain issue, I guess, huh?
No, we got everything. I kind of, got that going ahead of time, knowing, today's world and what's going on. But we got everything in stock. Our custom King Salmon hoodies were a huge hit last year. Our regular hoodies sold well, T-shirts, hats, everything. We have at the store, and we're just starting to stock shelves now. Everything's in boxes, and we're getting that going on the shelves and stocked up for our customers to purchase in our riverfront stores. So, yeah, we're ahead of the game on everything. And bookings, I mean, as I mentioned, get your call into us or your email or text, and definitely get your reservations in the books here because it's going to come quick.
Yep. Okay. And another thing that's actually new by you is you are going to be babysitting a bunch of salmon, aren't you, this year?
We are. We're pretty excited about it too. Brad out in Plymouth, he did a fine job of building us 2 brand new net pens. And what a net pen is where you put the salmon in. They're huge. They're on wheels. They're a big cage. It's a screen so water can flow through, obviously. Got nice covers on it. And we're going to put 2 of them down on the riverfront and stock some salmon that the DNR are going to bring down to us. What we do is we feed them for a couple of weeks to let them get a little larger in size, and then we release them right before dark. So then that way they get out into the lake during the evening hours. And when the sun comes up, they're spread out throughout Lake Michigan off the Port of Sheboygan. So we're looking at about 65,000, 70,000 salmon in these 2 net pens total that we're going to babysit for. Yeah, good term. I mean, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to watch them grow. We're going to feed them, and we're going to release them. So that's just a portion of the salmon we're getting off the Port of Sheboygan, but it's a good chunk of them, and we're pretty excited. The whole club's excited. The Sheboygan Area Great Lakes Sport Fishing Club's sponsoring this, and we got a lot of charter boat captains, first mates, and sport fishermen that are helping out. So it's a great project. It's great for the port, and these fish will return back to our port when they spawn.
Fantastic. And when they do that, then you can catch them.
Exactly. Catch them all summer long, and hopefully catch them in the fall when they come back to Sheboygan Harbor to spawn, and it'll be good. So, yeah, follow us on that. We'll be posting stuff down the road here when on Facebook and on our website and whatnot when we release these fish, and you can see some pictures. But pretty exciting. It's going to be fun, and, we're ready to go. So, yeah, we just got to get some warmer weather here and get the boats in the water and hopefully have a great summer.
All right. So, folks who want to visit you or book a charter, you've got several ways to reach you. So, tell us how.
Right. The best way, too, is my phone. Obviously, I'm answering them nonstop, the phone calls here at 920-377-1147 here at Dumper Dan's. I am Dumper Dan. And also, go to our website, dumperdan.com, check it out. But also on the right side of the homepage at dumperdan.com, you'll see our Facebook link, and you can click on that. That's where we're going to run our fishing reports and videos this year on Facebook. So you can jump on there, check us out on Facebook as well. Send us an email, dan@dumperdan.com, or text me at the cell number I just mentioned. But definitely check us out online. Give us a call. Get your reservations in. We do have riverfront condo lodging with our packages. If just a one-day fishing trip is what you'd like to do, we do them as well. Don't have to stay overnight if you don't need to. But definitely get your reservations in. It's going to be a busy summer, no doubt.
All right. Well, Dan, thank you so much. And this kicks off our spring and summer season of conversations with you. I think we'll do this pretty much every other week. We may double up at times when things get exciting, but we will be in touch and we'll send folks your way.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Dan, and great working with you again. We've been together a long time doing the radio talk show, and I'll keep you informed the best I can here out of the Port of Sheboygan.
Sounds good, and let's hope the winds don't give you trouble like last year. But if they do, we want to know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Captn Dan Welch, Dumper Dan himself. His website is dumperdan.com. His Facebook page, Dumper Dan Sport Fishing Charters. And as I mentioned at the outset here, we will be focusing on a number of individuals who either personally or through their business have had experience in the last few years with severe weather events. And the Wisconsin Wildlife Federation wants to know about that. So if you have information that you'd like to share, get in touch with me. You can do that on my Facebook page, Dan Small Outdoors, or you can check out the Lake Link feed for our radio show. And the Wisconsin Wildlife Federation, if you're interested in getting in touch with them, WIWF.org. I'm Dan Small. More Outdoors Radio right after this.